All right, it's been a little rough this week, but there's this quote that I love that I need to remember sometime. I can't remember who said it. You can let me know in the comments if you know, but it's, our students aren't giving us a hard time, they're having one. And that's so important for me to remember. It's been a really rough week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that. For me personally, it's just been really hard in class to get my particular group of students to stop talking over me, to be on task. And then there's just a lot of little comments and talking back and all this stuff. And it's hard for me to not take that personally, because I feel like I'm really kind and really patient and really understanding with my students. So when I get the rudeness back, like, it hurts. I'm a human being and it hurts. So I have to remember, they're not doing this to me. This is not personal. They're babies and their brains aren't developed yet. They're not doing this to me, right? They're having a hard time. They're not giving me a hard time, they're having one. So there are some things that I'm going to do and try that I thought I could pass along to you, because I know this isn't, just my problem. A lot of us have the students who are just maybe doing too much, saying too much, don't know when to zip it, or don't know when to stop, or they take it too far, or whatever the case may be. And yes, I'm one who there's not one blanket statement that you could say that's just gonna fix every student. It's just that's not how the world works. Any advice that you might get, it's not going to work for every student. And it's not going to work for every student in every situation, right? There are just too many factors and too many things going on, but there are things that might help this situation. So I have a few kids who are just like making me want to pull my hair out and doing too much. And they're so funny and so smart, and they just don't know when to stop, and it's coming off as very rude. So here's my plan. And maybe what I'm doing can help you in your situation. But a few things. So one, I tried I'm just gonna let it happen, let them talk. I'm gonna keep teaching. And then if they don't get their work done, then I do a tracker. I'm still working on a video for that. I apologize, but there's one coming. They don't get credit for that particular box. The problem with that is a couple things I've realized. One, it drives me crazy. It's really hard for me to keep teaching, and I'm trying to ignore it, and mentally, that's just not good for me. I've realized that after one day of trying that, right? Two, in some of my kids' cases, they still do their work. So it's not benefiting me to be like, all right, see, you didn't do your work because you weren't listening. They're doing it. They just won't stop talking or saying things throughout. So again, some of these things that we try aren't going to work for all kids. For two of them, it did work. It did make them be a little quieter later, but it still doesn't quite solve the problem. So here's what I did. Yesterday, I pulled out some of my kids who are always on task and doing what they're supposed to be doing. I don't want to punish them or confuse them because other kids aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I pulled them in the hall and didn't say any names, but we don't have to say names, right? They're aware, they know what's going on. And I said, it's not going to look fair these next couple weeks, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to shower these kids with so much love and kindness and patience, because that's what they need in this moment. And that's what I need, because I need to get them on my side. So there are going to be times I pass out tickets. I have raffle tickets and I have a prize box. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, I just kind of walk around, thank you for getting that out. And I walk around, and then every Friday I'll pull a few out and they can pick a prize. So I told them they might get 2 tickets when you get 1, or they might be doing half of what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm going to give them a ticket because I need them to feel that positivity. So it might look unfair And it is, but they need this in that moment, right? So I did that. And I also told this group, I said, I don't want you to feel like, what the heck, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and they're not, but they're getting a lot of benefits. That's not what I want. I want them to keep doing, I want them to keep doing what they're doing. So I just made it very clear, like, I see you, I appreciate you, I want you to keep doing what you're doing. So for that group, every Friday, we're going to have a little lunch bunch. Just come in, we'll hang out, we can play games, you can, right, we'll mess around, we'll just have a little lunch date every Friday. Because I want them to know, like, please don't revert to this behavior because you think that's what gets my attention. That's important, to pull out the kids who are doing what they're supposed to be doing. We don't want them to go to the other side of the fence. Stay on the side, do what you're supposed to be doing, and we're gonna continue, right? We're gonna work on these kids who need help so that the whole class benefits from it. If they're on task and being kinder and nicer, we all feel better and we're all happier and we all have better days. So it benefits everyone. This is just something that I need them to hear. I think that's so important, that you call out the kids that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So that's the first thing I did yesterday. This is new, and we can post an update. But the next thing I want to do is the 2x10 rule. The 2x10 rule is for 2 minutes a day for 10 days, connect with these students that you're having a hard time with. Talk about sports, talk about, Pokemon is huge in my class right now. Talk about whatever it is that they like. Just, hey, how's it going? How was your weekend? How's your morning? Nothing formal. It's not like, it's 10 a.m. I need you to come have our 2-minute conversation. Nothing like that. Just in passing, maybe before the bell rings. Maybe it's during class. Maybe it's whatever. Just try to connect for 2 minutes a day with that student for 10 days and see if that helps, your relationship, because that's what it comes down to. The other thing I'm doing, and I'm not doing that, like, I have 4 kids who I'm focusing on right now. There are more who maybe we'll do this another wave after, but 4 like big hitters. I'm not going to do this for all 4 of them. Maybe I'll start with 2 for 10 days and then do another 2. Because it doesn't sound like a lot, but 2 minutes a day, that turns into 8 minutes a day, and I don't have that many minutes in a day, unfortunately. So I'm gonna focus on 2, and then we'll go to the other 2 after. So the other thing I'm doing is I'm doing lunch bunch. So I've invited these students. I'm gonna say it again. I invited these students. I'm not making them. I'm not telling them they have to, right? It's not a punishment. And just, hey, every Monday, I would love to have lunch with you. You can bring a friend, right? There's 3 of them that come, and we just talk, we hang out, and we don't play games for that lunch bunch. We sit at my big back table, and we just eat, and we ask each other what we have and who made it, and ooh, is the school lunch good? That doesn't look very good, and what do you have? And we just talk, and we hang out, and we talk about home, and we talk about the weekend, and we talk about anything. Again, I am just trying to build a relationship with these students, because one, the more it's not even about liking me, it's just about like, hey, she's making an effort, she sees me, she's got my back, I'm gonna do the same for her in the classroom, right? That's important. Another thing is, if with some of our kids, it might be an attention issue. I want the teacher's attention, so I'm going to call out, I'm going to do this, I'm going to shout out and say things, right? So if I'm giving them the attention every week for lunch, maybe that'll lessen them talking while I am teaching. We can only hope, right? So there's that. Another thing that works, and again, it's going to work for some students and it's not going to work for others. I had a student in the past who, if I said like, hey, my water bottle's empty, can you go fill it up for me? He would like, no, I don't want to do that. I have no interest in doing that. Whereas you have other students who like want the jobs. Tell me what to do, I'll go do it, right? So that's been a big thing. If I see, there's one student in particular where I'm like, they are about to do something not smart. They are about to do something that might get them in trouble. They're going to do something that's going to make me angry. So if I happen to see it, I'm going to say, hey, so-and-so, can you go do this for me? Whatever it is. If it's, I need my water bottle filled up. If it's, hey, there's a pair of headphones on the floor. Can you go grab that for me? Oh, I need some pencils sharpened. Can you, whatever it is around the classroom or outside the classroom, just like go do this. Oh, I need more Band-Aids. Can you go get Band-Aids from the office? Just have them do things because it makes them feel like you trust them. And that's a big part of it. Some of it is like, I'm just going to redirect your behavior because I don't want you to get in trouble. And some of it is, hey, I trust you. I need you. I need you right now. Can you go do this for me? So that's what we're doing. Extra positive reinforcement. Jobs throughout. Hey, can you do this for me? I need your help, right? Just like they're doing you a favor. Like you will owe them one if they do this, right? That's a big one. That's a good one. And then 2x10 and lunch bunch. We're going to try these things because our students are not giving us a hard time. They are having one. And we need to help them so that we don't lose our minds and go crazy. That is the goal. I hope that this helped in some way. I hope that these things work for me, and I hope that they work for you if you try any of them. But these kids deserve our patience. Sometimes it feels like they don't. These kids are not waking up saying, I'm just gonna make life miserable for this woman. They don't do that, although it feels like that at some times that they are doing this to us. So take a deep breath, take mental health days when you need it, go cry when you need a good cry, and take care of you so we can take care of these babies. They're babies, and we need to take care of them. So I hope this helps. I will do maybe an update in a few weeks, and hopefully we'll see some change. But good luck. Take deep breaths. You're amazing. You're doing a great job.